My name is Evelyn Harper, and I've spent the last 40 years weaving my life into the very bones of this old Victorian house in Charleston, South Carolina. But let me start with a question that still haunts me. What would you do if the child you raised turned into a stranger, locking you away in your own home like yesterday's trash? That's how my nightmare began. One ordinary afternoon that shattered everything I thought I knew about family, love, and secrets buried deeper than any grave. Hello, dear listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this story touches you, I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel and dropped a comment letting me know which state or country you're listening from. It's incredible to think how these tales connect us across miles. Now settle in, because this one will pull at your heartstrings and leave you thinking long after it's over. This house has a soul. I swear it does. In the mornings, when the first light filters through the Spanish moss hanging from the live oaks outside, it seems to wake up with a gentle sigh, creaking its wooden floors like an old friend stretching. At night, it settles, whispering through the drafts in the walls, as if sharing secrets only I can hear. I've lived here for 4 decades, raised my family here, watched grandchildren play in the garden, or at least I thought they were my grandchildren by blood. My late father-in-law, Elias, built this place with his own hands, not as a showpiece, but as a fortress of memories, meant for generations to laugh, love, and endure. That fateful day started like any other. I was in the kitchen, chopping onions for hearty gumbo, the kind my grandmother passed down, thick with shrimp and okra, the scent filling the air like a warm hug. My husband, Marcus, doesn't eat much these days, not since his stroke 2 years ago, but that familiar aroma sometimes brings a spark to his eyes, a reminder of better times. I was humming an old spiritual as I worked, thinking back to teaching our son Darius how to stir the roux without burning it. He was just a boy then, perched on a stool, grinning wide. "Mama, I'm gonna be a chef one day," he'd declare, and we'd dissolve into laughter that echoed off these walls. "Again with that heavy slop, Mrs. Evelyn?" The voice sliced through my reverie like a chill wind. It was Selena, Darius's wife, lounging in the doorway in her designer yoga pants, arms folded, lips pursed in that perpetual disapproval. She never called me Mom, just Mrs. Evelyn, with the frost that stung worse than outright venom. We discussed this. There are apps full of recipes, quinoa salads, acai bowls. Can't you try something modern for once? "It's for Darius," I replied softly, not turning around, just stirring the pot. "And his father loves it too." "Father barely knows what day it is," she snapped back. "But Darius needs real nutrition, not this comfort food from the Stone Age." They'd been living with us for 3 years now, ever since Marcus's health declined. At first, it felt right. Families stick together in tough times. I gave them the upstairs suite with the bay window overlooking the harbor. Marcus and I moved to the ground floor den to spare him the stairs. But slowly, their presence invaded everything. Selena's citrusy perfume overpowering the natural wood scent, Darius's booming conference calls drowning out the quiet. Last month, she'd rearranged the living room without a word, shoving Elias's antique rocking chair, the one where he'd told stories of the civil rights marches, into the attic. "It clashes with our vibe," she'd said dismissively. I didn't argue. Instead, I'd sneak up there at night, run my fingers over its worn arms, remembering Darius curled up in it as a toddler, listening to his grandfather's tales. Marcus was resting in the den, gazing blankly at the ceiling fan. His body had betrayed him, but his mind flickered with moments of sharpness, like a candle in the wind. I sat beside him, taking his papery hand. "How are you feeling, love?" He turned slowly, his eyes locking on mine. "They're loud," he murmured, his voice a rasp. Yes, they were. Their arguments about investments, their forced laughter at dinner, it all felt foreign, like intruders in our sanctuary. Darius joined us for lunch, slumping into his chair without a hello, eyes glued to his tablet. I set a steaming bowl before him. He shoved it aside. "Ma, we gotta talk, for real." Selena appeared instantly, perching across from him, her eyes gleaming with that calculated hunger I'd come to dread. "It's about the estate," Darius said, still scrolling. "With Dad's condition, all the red tape, it'd be smart to transfer the deed to me now, a gift deed, just to streamline things, avoid probate headaches later." The words landed like ice in my veins, not the request itself, but the casual entitlement, as if he were ordering takeout. "No," I said firmly, my voice steady. "This house is your father's and mine. While we're here, it stays that way." "So you're making it hard on purpose?" Selena leaned in, her tone sharpening. "You want your son buried in paperwork when, you know." "I know exactly," I met her gaze, "and that's why it's no." Darius looked up then, his face twisting, not with hurt, but raw annoyance, like I was a glitch in his perfect plan. "I don't get the issue. We live here, we handle Dad. This is practically our house already." "Your house?" I corrected. "We let you stay. I care for your father." That's when Marcus shuffled in, gripping the doorframe, his breath labored. He'd heard it all. His eyes burned with rare clarity, fixed on Darius. "You," he wheezed, "are a shame to this family." The word shame hit Darius like a slap. His face contorted in fury, not just anger, but wounded pride. He'd always paraded the Harper name like a trophy, boasting of his grandfather's legacy as a community leader. "Shame?" he roared, knocking his chair back. "I'm the one carrying this name forward. This house is mine by right." He lunged forward. I stepped between them. "Darius, stop!" But he grabbed my arm, shoving me aside. Not hard, but enough to stun. Then he seized Marcus, dragging us both towards the basement door. "What are you doing?" I cried, struggling. "You need time to think," he snarled. He flung open the heavy door. The musty chill rushed up. He pushed us on the top step. I clung to Marcus to keep us from tumbling. The door slammed, the lock clicking. Darkness swallowed us. I collapsed on the cold stone, holding Marcus close. Numbness spread through me. Decades of sacrifice, love, everything I'd poured into that boy, reduced to this damp prison. In the silence, broken only by our breaths, Marcus whispered in my ear urgently, "Hush, they don't know what's behind that wall." His words cut through the despair. Above, footsteps pounded, Darius's heavy ones, Selena's quick patter. The front door slammed, an engine revved and faded. They were gone. "Help me down," Marcus rasped, a determination in his voice I'd forgotten he had. We descended slowly into the earthy gloom, lit only by a sliver from above. Shelves loomed with dusty jars and forgotten tools, but Marcus guided me to the far wall, the granite stones rough and cold. "Here," he said. "Dad showed me when I turned 18, for emergencies only. Never thought it'd come to this." He pointed to a granite block, indistinguishable from the rest. I pressed. It shifted inward with a grind, revealing a hidden niche. Inside, a small, rusted metal tin. We carried it back to the steps. Marcus fumbled the latch open. No treasures, just faded papers. He unfolded the first, a birth certificate. "Read it," he urged. The name, Josiah Reed, born in a Louisiana state penitentiary. Mother's name, redacted. Father's, Harlan Reed. "I don't understand," I whispered. "That's me," Marcus said, "my real name." The world tilted. For 40 years, I'd known him as Marcus Harper, son of Elias Harper, pillar of our community. The next paper, an adoption record. Josiah Reed, adopted by Elias Harper, renamed Marcus. Stamps and sealed made it official. The last, a letter in Elias's bold script. "Son, if you're reading this, times are dire, and I'm gone. Your real father, Harlan Reed, was a visionary engineer, a man of integrity, but in those days, speaking truth got you labeled a subversive. He was framed, imprisoned, died there. I was his partner. I vowed to save his boy. I gave you my name, my life, to shield you. Honor it, but remember your blood, that of a fighter." I folded the letter, ice flooding my veins. Marcus had carried this alone, fearing the stigma. And Darius, his pride in the Harper legacy, was built on sand, no blood tie at all. We sat in the dark for hours. Marcus dozed, I plotted, my mind sharpening like a blade. Finally, the lock scraped. Darius loomed above. "Thought it over?" he sneered. "Dad okay? Need a doctor?" "Yes," I said calmly, standing. "Give me your phone. I'll call for help." He hesitated, then handed it over, smug. One call, no tricks. I dialed, not a nurse, but a number I'd memorized from a profile in a women's magazine. Lena Whitaker, a fierce lawyer specializing in elder abuse and estates. Miss Whitaker, Evelyn Harper, I need your urgent assistance. Darius checked the call log later. Unfamiliar number, no name. He assumed it was medical, grinning like he'd won. Smart choice, Ma. They helped Marcus upstairs with fake solicitude, tucking him in, offering water. My silence, they took it for defeat. In the days that followed, I moved like a shadow, cooking, cleaning, invisible. They grew bold, chatting freely. At breakfast, Selena mused, "That wall in the den, knock it down for an